The biggest thing, I guess, is having the passion in what I do. There's a lot of guides currently out on the ice today or open water. And one thing that I've kind of built my business on is guiding has never been about money for me. Guiding is about building relationships and working with people. My mother's been a swim coach for over 30 years. She's had, state champions, national qualifiers, and I kind of grew up with that kind of upbringing, if you will. And my mother always was about working with the kids and just giving them a good foundation so that they could go on and be successful kids in life. And, with swimming, for example, she taught them a lot about, techniques and perseverance and keep working and working on stroke technique and things like that. And also being on time and this, that, and the other thing. And all of these things add up. And a lot of these kids have gone on to Big Ten schools and stuff and are very successful. And I kind of been brought up with that. And so for me, working as a guide, it's not only about going out and just catching fish. It's about really working with each individual. I spend a lot of time on the water myself personally trying to locate and find fish in comparison to a lot of the guides that just follow me or read Lake Link and the different chat sites that are available. And not only that, you'll find with me and my service, for example, what I'll do is I rig all my own rods. I fix all my own stuff. I do a lot of my, all the grunt work, if you will, and I don't have other people doing that for me because at the end of the day, I don't want to have a customer lose a fish to a knot, for example, that one of my clients tied that wasn't done right because they don't take the passion or the pride that I have in doing the things. So, those are just a few things, and I've always been extremely fair with my customers. And the one thing that I have that no other guide has that I'm aware of in Door County is I own a resort. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times when my customers stay at the resort, I have to be very careful because they're not only my customers for my guide service, but they're also my customers for my resort. So the one thing that I've done is not only prided myself on being a stand-up individual, which Jeff likes to refer to me as the 1%, but more importantly, I've always been very fair with my clients and my customers. For example, I've taken people out, fished for 6 hours. We had a slow day. And even though there's no guarantees in catching fish, I still try to always give them the benefit of the doubt. And for example, a lot of times I'll eat the 6 hours and tell them to come back on me free. And not only that, I'll comp them a night stay at the resort, and stuff. So I've gone above and beyond, I think, when it comes to guiding. And like I said, it's never been really about the money. It's more about, if you look in my trophy room there, for example, at the resort, it's the kids writing me letters and the families emailing me and stuff because it's about building memories, And that's one thing I think that, and I'm not afraid to, I'm a little different that way. I'm a little sappy, so you'll see me at times if I talk about my dad's death or I talk about the Legends of the Rod and Reel, for example. I watched Ron Scherer that produced that show, and it was my whole career because I fished professionally for 15 years as well as guided. And when Ron Scherer put the whole show together, it was me on the beach as just a little guy. And then growing up and all through my years of competition and guiding and everything, it brought tears to my eyes, So I guess, there's guys out there that, for example, will just take you out and said you should have been here yesterday, and I'll never do that.
That's never what you want to hear.
Yeah, I'll never do that. That's just not part of my repertoire. So